The Charles M. Schwab Mansion, a breathtaking display of Beaux Arts opulence, once graced the Manhattan skyline adorned with intricate stone carvings and lavish bronze details. Completed in 1906, this architectural gem boasted 75 rooms, each showcasing artisan craftsmanship of the Gilded Age, from frescoed ceilings to hand-laid mosaic floors and walls adorned with mahogany and silk. The mansion exuded luxury. Surrounded by gardens designed by renowned landscape architect Charles Crawford Leavitt, it offered tranquility amidst the city's bustle, embodying the ostentatious display of wealth typical of its steel magnate owner. The narrative unfolds with the rise and fall of Charles M. Schwab, an emblem of America's steel industry zenith. His journey from modest beginnings to the helm of steel magnate Andrew Carnegie's empire signifies an era where industry giants shaped the nation. Despite his ascent to opulence, Schwab's personal life intertwined with Urana Dinkey, his wife, representing both love and the transformation brought by wealth. Their story culminates in the construction of Riverside Mansion, a testament to Schwab's ambition and extravagance. Designed in the Beaux Arts style, a blend of classical and modern elements, the mansion mirrored Schwab's grand vision. Over 4 years, the pink granite palace rose, boasting lavish features and innovative amenities. However, amidst Schwab's architectural triumph, his personal life faltered. Extravagant spending and infidelity strained his marriage, while Urana's retreat into seclusion mirrored the mansion's decline. As the Great Depression struck, Schwab found himself trapped within his own creation, a symbol of grandiosity turned burden. The Schwab Mansion, once a pinnacle of opulence, became a financial liability, reflecting Schwab's downfall. The saga of Riverside Mansion epitomizes the rise and fall of America's Gilded Age elite, a tale of ambition, excess, and eventual ruin. In 1939, Charles Schwab, a former steel magnate, downsized to a modest Park Avenue apartment, marking the end of an era. His death a year later left the Grand Schwab Mansion abandoned. Despite proposals for repurposing, it was deemed too extravagant for government use. In 1948, dismantling began, salvaging some features for Brooklyn's Our Lady of Lebanon Cathedral. The Schwab House, a 19-story apartment complex, replaced the mansion, closing its chapter in New York City's history. Similarly, the Vanderbilt Triple Palace Mansion on Fifth Avenue was a beacon of opulence during the Gilded Age. Hosting New York's elite, it embodied extravagance and luxury. However, its decline paralleled the Vanderbilt family's fortune. Ultimately, it was demolished, highlighting the transient nature of wealth. We explore its rise and fall to understand why New York's most luxurious Gilded Age mansion met such a fate. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any happening in the world of luxury. Don't forget to switch on those notifications, ensuring you're always in the know with our latest content. Owned by William Henry Vanderbilt, son of Cornelius Vanderbilt, the mansion symbolized his emergence from his father's shadow. Despite facing criticism, he aimed to prove himself worthy of the Vanderbilt legacy. Collaborating with architects and designers, he brought his vision to life with opulent interiors and innovative design. Featuring 58 rooms, the mansion set new standards of opulence with its blend of European-inspired styles. Its design, including a single-family unit for William Henry and a two-family unit for his daughters, showcased meticulous attention to detail. Pioneering advancements in architectural technology, it incorporated steel framing and imported marbles. However, tragedy struck with William Henry's death in 1885, leaving the mansion's fate uncertain despite its completion. The story of the Vanderbilt Triple Palace Mansion mirrors the rise and fall of the Vanderbilt family's fortune, emphasizing the fleeting nature of wealth and legacy in Gilded Age New York. During the 1890s, the Vanderbilt Triple Palace became synonymous with extravagant events, hosting New York's elite, including the Vanderbilt Ball, attended by Caroline Schermerhorn Astor. Diverse entertainment, from theater troupes to art exhibitions, enriched guests' cultural experiences, amplified by media coverage, making the mansion a public sensation. Despite criticism for its display of wealth, the mansion's architectural influence on Fifth Avenue was profound, inspiring other lavish mansions and transforming the street into a luxury destination. However, societal shifts and financial pressures led to its decline in the early 1900s. Renovations by Henry Clay Frick and subsequent ownership changes marked significant shifts, with the mansion's last grand events occurring before its demolition in 1949 for redevelopment. The Triple Palace's decline reflected changing societal values and economic challenges, ending an era in New York's architectural history. Despite its demise, Interest in Gilded Age architecture persists, serving as both nostalgia and inspiration for contemporary projects like the Frick Collection. Louis Comfort Tiffany's mansion, completed in 1885 with architect Stanford White, aimed to embody his family's artistic and business legacy. Despite mixed reviews, its castle-like facade and opulent studio became integral features, symbolizing Tiffany's multifaceted artistic passions and family legacy. The Tiffany Mansion, an emblem of opulence and artistic innovation, epitomized Louis Tiffany's fusion of Islamic motifs and natural elements in the Art Nouveau style. Hosting extravagant gatherings, it became a hub of New York's elite and showcased Tiffany's expertise through stained glass windows and lavish interiors. Despite financial woes in 1922, the mansion thrived until its sale in 1927 and subsequent demolition in 1936, spurring preservation efforts. Similarly, the Astor and Waldorf hotels, icons of Gilded Age luxury, were erected by cousins William Waldorf Astor and John Jacob Astor IV, symbolizing opulence and familial competition. Despite skepticism, charity events solidified their elite status, yet both succumbed to demolition, leaving a void in New York's architectural landscape. Despite their absence, their legacies endure in popular culture, reflecting their lasting impact on New York's identity. The Waldorf Astoria, born from the Waldorf and Astoria hotels, epitomized high society with its grand ballrooms and opulent design. The Astor Hotel boasted Italian influences and luxurious amenities, but economic challenges and changing tastes led to their decline and eventual demolition, making way for modern structures like the Empire State Building. The Dakota Building, situated in Manhattan's Upper West Side, stands as a symbol of cultural refinement and architectural brilliance, housing notable figures and shrouded in mysterious tales. In an exploration of its architectural marvels and eerie legends, the truth behind its storied walls is sought, adding to its mystique in the rich tapestry of New York's history. In 1880, the Dakota debuted on Manhattan's Upper West Side, captivating with its striking red brick and golden sandstone, signaling a new era of luxury envisioned by creator Edward Clark. Beyond opulence, Clark aimed to establish a modern haven for New York's elite, blending safety and convenience with grandeur akin to Fifth Avenue's mansions. Architecturally, the Dakota merged Romanesque, Gothic and Renaissance elements with a central tower and ornate facade reminiscent of an urban fortress. Clark envisioned the Dakota as a cultural sanctuary, attracting intellectuals and artists to foster creativity, a vision validated by history. It quickly became a residence for distinguished tenants, solidifying its status as a haven for the cultured and accomplished. Facing Central Park, it symbolized the Upper West Side's transformation into a sophisticated hub, earning landmark status in 1957. Throughout the 20th century, the Dakota retained allure, housing celebrities like Judy Garland and Boris Karloff. Despite economic downturns, its opulence and security remained attractive to New York's elite, with cultural icons seeking refuge within its luxurious confines. The 1970s and 80s brought challenges, including the tragic death of John Lennon in 1980 and allegations of discrimination in 1984. Despite this, the Dakota persisted, adapting with stringent residency policies and heightened security measures, albeit tarnishing its reputation. Resident Yoko Ono notably shaped the Dakota's narrative through advocacy for peace and justice, elevating its cultural significance with installations like the Imagine Sign and Strawberry Fields Memorial. Amidst the 2008 financial crisis, the Dakota remained resilient, attracting celebrities while undergoing a 2018 renovation to preserve its historical charm and enhance modern amenities, reinforcing its status as a premier residence in New York City. The Dakota remains a highly sought-after address in New York City, boasting rising median sale prices and attracting elite residents due to its vintage charm, prime location, and recent security upgrades. Its blend of historic elegance with modern amenities offers a luxurious living experience. Beyond its physical appeal, the Dakota has become a cultural icon linked to significant events, like John Lennon's death and featured prominently in various media. Similarly, The Great Gatsby immortalizes the opulence of the Gilded Age, drawing inspiration from real-life mansions like Beacon Towers and Sands Point, commissioned by Alva Vanderbilt Belmont. Beacon Towers, with over 140 intricately designed rooms, epitomized Gilded Age grandeur with its Gothic and Spanish influences, despite its eventual demolition in the 1940s. Land's End, another Gatsby-inspired mansion, exuded classic grandeur with its white facade and imposing columns, situated near Beacon Towers along the Sands Point shoreline. Pembroke in Glen Cove, owned by Marcus Low and frequented by silent cinema luminaries, likely inspired the vibrant party scenes in The Great Gatsby. Despite its grandeur, Pembroke met a similar fate to Beacon Towers, demolished in the 1960s, marking the end of an era. The geographical proximity of these mansions along the Gold Coast of Long Island mirrors the novel's descriptions and cinematic adaptations, providing filmmakers with tangible backdrops for iconic scenes. While these mansions have faded with time, their legacy lives on through literature and historical memory, capturing the extravagance and allure of the Gilded Age. Harbor Hill in Roseland, built for Clarence Hungerford Mackay and Kitty Dewar, stood as one of the largest historic houses in the U.S., boasting opulent interiors and extravagant parties. Designed by Stanford White, its breathtaking facade and lavish amenities, including a notable private art collection, contributed to its grandeur. Oheka Castle, owned by Otto Hermann Kahn, served as a primary inspiration for the grandeur depicted in Lou Ferman's adaptation of The Great Gatsby, showcasing French-style architecture, luxurious interiors, and expansive grounds. Despite their architectural brilliance, Pennsylvania Station, once a proud symbol of Beaux Arts grandeur, faced demolition, replaced by a more utilitarian hub. Born from a desire to rival Grand Central Terminal, Penn Station aimed to challenge the dominance of the Vanderbilt family's New York Central Railroad, reflecting ambition and innovation in the early 20th century. In this episode of Old Money Mansions, we unravel the tales of these architectural gems, exploring their creators' ambitions and the factors contributing to Penn Station's downfall. Alexander Cassatt, esteemed for his logistics prowess and integrity, collaborated with renowned architects McKim, Mead, and White to construct the Old Penn Station, a Beaux Arts masterpiece completed in 1910. The station revolutionized travel, with underwater tunnels beneath the Hudson River and an imposing facade adorned with Doric columns. Its grand waiting room, inspired by ancient Roman baths, featured a coffered ceiling crafted from travertine quarried near Rome, standing as a global architectural marvel. The station's skylit train shed, reflecting the stonework of the waiting room, showcased advanced engineering techniques, highlighting the era's technological sophistication. However, despite its private ownership, Penn Station fell victim to the railroad industry's decline and the rise of air and highway travel. Between 1945 and 1964, non-commuter rail travel plummeted, leading to neglect and eventual demolition, symbolizing the fading allure of rail travel. The once grand station deteriorated, its exterior marred by filth and its interior cluttered with advertisements, described mournfully by critics as dingy and cheerless. In 1955, William Zonder secured its air rights, marking a pivotal moment in its history. Zindorf, a Paris, Illinois native, rose to prominence in NYC real estate, orchestrating the assembly of land parcels later becoming the UN site. His ventures extended to iconic projects like Century City and Roosevelt Field Shopping Center. A risk-taker, Zindorf embraced debt for ambitious plans, though facing bankruptcy in 1965. The Mid-Manhattan site, initially envisioned as a merchandise mart, shifted with Pennsylvania Railroad leasing air rights for a new Madison Square Garden. Demolition of Penn Station sparked public outcry, leading to the establishment of the Action Group for Better Architecture. Penn Station's demise catalyzed the modern historic preservation movement, reshaping NYC's development priorities. New York's hidden luxuries revealed. Monumental Gilded Age Mansions offers a captivating journey through the opulent past of New York City, showcasing the grandeur and elegance of the old luxurious mansions that once graced its streets. From the iconic Tiffany Mansion to the extravagant Astor and Waldorf hotels, each architectural gem tells a story of wealth, power, and extravagance in the Gilded Age. As we marvel at these remnants of a bygone era, we invite you to continue your exploration of luxury living in the heart of New York. Join us in our next video as we step inside the breathtaking £6.95 million mansion of an ex-Chelsea star. From lavish interiors to stunning amenities, this home epitomizes modern luxury at its finest. Don't miss out on this exclusive peek inside one of the most prestigious properties in Chelsea. Stay tuned for an unforgettable glimpse into the world of high-end real estate.